Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're doing something a little different. We're actually going to slow down and unpack a seriously profound manifesto on the nature of time. We're looking at a deeply contemplative piece written by Oluyomi Oladavid titled A Day Like a Thousand Years. Now, this isn't just another list of productivity hacks or tips for color coding your calendar. This is a foundational philosophy that challenges how we perceive the very passing of our lives. It's a short text, but man, it carries immense weight. So let's really focus in as we unpack her ideas. Right off the bat, let's look at her opening philosophical hook. She writes, "Whatever you do with a single day is what you will do with 1,000 years." Just let that sink in for a second. She's laying down the stark mathematical equation about human habits. She's basically arguing that if you were handed eternity, you wouldn't magically become a completely different person. You'd simply repeat the exact same patterns, the exact same choices, and the exact same procrastinations that you engage in on any random Tuesday. To really wrap our heads around her argument, let's contrast the two extremes here. On one side, we have the single day. That's our microscopic reality, right? It's made up of immediate hours, minutes, and seconds. But then on the other side, we have 1,000 years, the macroscopic, eternal consequences. And she masterfully links these two extremes together. She's telling us that our daily routine is a perfect miniature replica of our entire existence. What happens on the microscopic level inevitably dictates that massive, eternal timeline. So, if our 24-hour day is basically this tiny microcosm of eternity, how do we stop wasting it? Well, she says we have to ruthlessly eliminate the unnecessary. And she brilliantly illustrates the immense value of time right here, saying, make every hour, minute, second of your day count for eternal purposes. Notice how she literally breaks down our daily resource into its smallest possible fractions. It's not enough to just have a good year or a productive month or even a solid week. She is demanding that we look at the precious seconds ticking by right now and assign them massive long-term value. So, what exactly does she mean by that phrase, eternal purposes? Well, we're talking about actions and choices made in the present that carry weight and significance forever. She's totally pushing back against the idea that our everyday choices just fade away when the sun goes down. Instead, she argues that these choices ripple into eternity. Every single second is a building block for a legacy that outlasts us. And she definitely doesn't pull any punches on how strictly we should apply this. She says we must eliminate every activity, relationship, and conversation that does not count for eternity. I mean, this is an incredibly radical approach to time management. She urges us to cut out anything that doesn't serve a higher, lasting goal. Think about that for a second. She even includes conversations. If a chat is just idle gossip or a meaningless distraction, her philosophy dictates that it is actively stealing from your eternal legacy, and it's got to go. But, why are the stakes so incredibly high here? It's because she frames our very existence as God's investment on Earth. By putting it that way, she totally shifts the focus away from time being just this personal, individual asset that we can spend however we please. The absolutely crucial point is right here in her own words. Your time on Earth is God's investment designed to make the planet a better place. She views time as an entrusted investment with a specific global mandate. You aren't just killing time, You're managing a divine portfolio. Your existence is expected to yield a return, and that return is supposed to actively improve the planet around you. So, who exactly is the mastermind behind this intense macro-level philosophy? Let's officially meet Oluyomi Oladavid. Getting a glimpse into her background, Oluyomi Oladavid proudly highlights her Nigerian heritage and a really deep, genuine love for people. And it's this profound care for humanity that clearly fuels her rigorous writing. She isn't writing to be strict just for the sake of it. She's writing because she deeply cares about people maximizing their true potential. And her driving passions, they are immense. She's deeply concerned with global development, generating solutions, and influencing actual policy and strategy. She aims to provide real clarity to complex issues. And, crucially, this entire worldview is anchored by her faith. She notes that she's guided by her Father God, who she describes as the wheel within her wheels. It's this spiritual foundation that really drives her massive mission to help others maximize their earthly existence. All right, let's bring this philosophical journey directly back to you so we can talk about redeeming your destiny. She breaks right through the page to pose a direct challenge to us. How are you using your daily time resource? I actually want to pause here for a sec so you can honestly audit yourself. If we applied her brutal filter to your day so far, what would you keep and what would you have to completely eliminate? Because the reality is, the daily time resource is ticking away right now. Every moment we spend just thinking about time is another moment spent. She leaves us with this stark, escalating directive for the future because she understands that time does not hit the pause button while we try to figure out our strategy. So here's her step-by-step map to ultimate purpose. Step 1, redeem your time. Step 2, redeem yourself. Step 3, secure your destiny. Notice how inextricably she links the management of our minutes directly to self-actualization. You literally cannot secure your ultimate destiny without first taking control of yourself. And you can't master yourself without first mastering the seconds and minutes of your day. I really want to wrap up our core analysis with her exact words here because they're just so powerful. Redeem your time, redeem yourself. Your destiny depends on it. That perfectly summarizes the entire message of this explainer. Your destiny isn't some vague event waiting for you decades down the line. It's being actively forged in the granular choices you're making today. Which leaves us with one final, incredibly provocative thought. Based on Oluyomi Ola David's philosophy, if what you do with a single day mirrors exactly what you would do with 1,000 years, what will you do with tomorrow? Think carefully about that before you start your day. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I genuinely hope this helps you see your time in a completely new light.